Welcome back to My Spiritual Experience with your host, Brother Sadiq. Today we have a special guest in the house, Brother Khari Mkola.
Khari.
And I am very excited about this. I've long told you guys that was the intent of the show to have interviews and to talk more about spirituality, our spiritual path, and to share, our commonalities. What we'll find is that the spiritual path has a varied amount of commonalities. Of course, we're all different individual souls, so we'll have our small differences, but there's a general theme, and that's the idea of the show, to bring all of the spiritual aspects of life out of the closet, out of the mystery, and into the mainstream. So today we're going to be interviewing our brother Khari, and from there you'll get to see the inner workings of a God man, a spiritual man, and I'm excited he's here, and glad you're here, brother.
I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As God's men get together, you're going to see power come into this world that is outside of what you've seen before. And so today is the initiation of such a thing. So
right.
Once again, I'm glad you're here, brother. And I don't know how old you are, but we are family. This is my cousin. He's younger than me. But what happened? The reason he's on the show today is he has a channel. He has a YouTube channel, I believe. Is it a YouTube channel?
TikTok.
Okay, TikTok channel. And I happened to be flashing through, and I said, let me see what Cuz talking about.
Oh, that was my Facebook Live.
Okay, it was Facebook
Live.
Okay, yeah. Okay, he's on Facebook. And I saw and I stopped, and I was listening to the words he was saying. I was quite inspired, and I started having to comment, hey, preach, brother, do your thing. You know what I mean? I was loving to hear it, because that's what I do. If you watch my show, you know that I always talk about our spiritual reality, our spiritual experience, and the times that I think we're living in. I believe we're in these transformative times. I think we can all see that, we're living in transformative times. But what they're leading to, what is the transformation leading to? And I think that's kind of up to us. Or we can sit back and watch as the world transforms, or we can enact our vision, our spiritual principles,
right,
our beliefs into the matrix and make a change towards what we believe is to come. And so that's what he was doing. And I got excited. And so here we are today. And so once again, thank you for being here. You're my first guest that is spiritually inclined, and it's exciting to have you here. It's wonderful for somebody else to be able to share their experience. For those who've watched the show, I've mainly talked about my own experiences, but today we're going to find out about the path of another man, and that's a very exciting thing to me. So you can start where you think it all started. Did it start in religion? Was you going to church with grandma? Was it with mom? How did it all start, sir?
Well, actually, it started even younger than that. I believe around the age of 5.
Okay.
I was at home, sleep in my bed, pajamas, sleep, knocked out.
Okay.
Laid like this on the bed, head facing the door. I could see myself just sleeping.
Well, I know you lived in Indiana. You also lived in Bloomington. So where were you living?
Bloomington. There was IB Tech has recently moved, but the old location where IB Tech was in they built apartments and houses around that area. Okay. And there was an apartment back off the road that a landlord had owned and rented out to me and my mom.
Okay.
And so one night we were all asleep. I was sleeping. My mom and my sister were in the living room watching a movie. And for some reason, I can see this gentleman, Caucasian gentleman, walking around the back door. Now, when you come in the entrance of my house, on the back side, there's a little screened-in area, and then there's another door that actually leads into the apartment.
Okay.
Well, he made it in through the screened-in area, walks into the apartment, but I guess he had made a noise. Well, he hurried out the back door, and my sister got up. She comes walking down the hallway. I see her walking down the hallway. And as she approaches me, before she gets to me, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, this ain't making no sense. I'm looking at me sleep. How am I standing here in the corner of the room?
You say you looking at you sleep.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense to me, but it felt natural. Like, dang, but no thoughts, no nothing, just watching everything perspire.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm like, well, wait a minute, who am I? So I got a visual. I wanted to know who I was, and because I wanted to know who I was, I literally was out of that body and into another one that was currently looking at me, but I couldn't see that it was there. So I jump into that body, turn back around, and look up like, God damn. Excuse my language, but I mean, that was my
reaction. That's the reaction.
You know what I mean? But he was I was so big. The thing that I'll explain later when we get into it, but I was so big. And I was so big that these ceilings back then, maybe like 8-foot ceilings, not the ones we have now, like 10-foot, 8-foot ceiling, but my legs went up the wall and I was bent over and stretched out. Wow. So you got the corner of the kitchen that goes here, and then another 6 feet maybe that goes that way.
So basically, you too big for the room.
Yeah, I couldn't stand up. Right. And I'm sitting there watching everything. So now my sister goes to wake me up. I think she called my name 3 times. Adrian. 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 And then I'm like, huh? You know, like that little boy on the commercial. I was only 5. It hit me. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, what's going on? So we walk back into the living room, and my mom is sitting in the middle. I go around to the end of the couch like I'd be sitting here now. It's my mom, then my sister. Mm-hmm. And everybody just continues watching the movie. Crazy. I mean, the thought process that comes to me now, if you want to know, looking back at that, or several, that actually because of religion scare the hell out of me sometimes.
Okay.
I think back, my mom is sitting there, comfortable, knowing she is protected.
Right.
In her mind, I know she's thinking I'm protected by God.
Right.
I'm the one watching over the house, seeing everything happen. No wonder she's comfortable.
So let me ask you. So generally, when we have these experiences, right, the education of what it is or what it's teaching us or what the lesson is usually plays out over time. Mm-hmm. So with all of your age since that initial experience, what do you think about being a giant in that room? Like, what does that mean to you? How does that relate?
At first, when I thought about it through religion eyes, I was terrified.
Why?
Because darkness meant evil.
Where was the darkness about you being a giant?
It wasn't the dark. I mean, I was just a dark entity. My legs, everything about me, it may have been like the clothing I was wearing, but it was just all black. Everything was just all black. And the little guy or whatever I was over here was all black.
Okay.
You know, it scared the shit out of me.
Okay. And did you ever talk to anybody about
Hell no. No, you think I'm crazy.
Right. Okay, so you 5 years old.
Yes.
You know what's funny about that? So I watch a lot of shows like on YouTube, on the internet, on television or whatever about spirituality and like people who have near-death experiences, people who have UFO experiences, well, all of these spiritual experiencers. It's something unique about the ages of 5 and 7.
That's my life path number. And 7 was my favorite number for a long time.
I don't know life path numbers. I don't know.
I don't either. I just looked it up for me.
Yeah, I have no idea what my life path number is. I don't know, but yeah, I noticed that a lot of people are seemingly initiated around the age of 5, 6, 7 years old. I seem to notice that it just seems to be a theme. It's nothing specific. It's just something I noticed. You said you were 5. I remember my experience happened when I was 5. And so it's something that I just noticed, but yeah. And so after that, what was your next encounter with spirituality or that which is outside of the norm, right?
The next one is when I was working down in Florida with my grandfather.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I was about, I want to say 15, 16.
Okay.
Mentally, I'm thinking 15, 16. We had moved down there, me, my grandfather, and my grandmother, unfortunately, when she had passed. But we had moved down there just to do some construction work. I guess we had some things. Granddaddy had some work he wanted to do around there. I don't know if we ever really got into too much of it, but I think we had like one job. And that was the job I was working on. I'm digging away, water out there by me. It's nice. It's a beautiful day. I'm digging something. And then all of a sudden, I see I think it's my mom, my sister, and one of my aunts in the clouds. It's like the clouds are there, but you know those pictures where you see people and they paint the clouds around them and like they're standing in the clouds?
Right.
Like one of those pictures.
Yeah, almost right? Like the obituary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Well,
I mean, I guess, yeah, you put it like that.
I mean, when you mentioned that's what came to my mind.
Yeah,
right?
Okay, well, now it makes sense, but okay. So they was up there in the clouds, and I think it was my sister that spoke to me. And she said, duh, Adrian, you're God. And then immediately, I mean, instantaneously.
So you were just staring at him, and the only one who spoke was your sister?
I believe so. I think that's who that was.
Right.
And instantaneously, I took on the form mentally, consciously, embodied it. It was perfect. It was right. And I'm like, damn, I'm in this bitch again. And then instantly, boom, it's gone. And I'm back to work. I'm like, damn.
So hold on. You said instantly you took on the concept of being God. Mm-hmm. So when she said it, mm-hmm. you recognized it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit, damn, I'm back in this motherfucker again. That's what I said to myself. And then instantly, just as quick as it came, the feeling came, I stood there in all my, what I would say glory. I hate to say it like that because religion scares you, but I stood there in all my glory like, oh, okay. Like everything that was just, it was just like a moment, I think, in time to remember something to help me get through life is what I think it was meant for. But that was the next encounter that I had. And after that, went back to work. My grandmother ended up passing and we headed out.
So 15?
Yeah, 15, 16.
Okay, so it was about a 10-year space between.
Between.
15. So you were 5 at the first experience and about 15 when you had another experience. I wonder about these things because, like I said, I guess you could say it's a hobby or a fancy of mine. I'm just interested in the path of spiritual people and you know the different aspects of when they became aware of consciousness outside of what they teach us in the everyday school. You know what I mean? Or in religion, right? Because this is something we talked about, me and him talked about the other day. But people talk about religion in such a negative way in our times. But what we ended up both agreeing to and understanding is that both of us came to the deeper understanding of our relationship to the Creator, to the universe, and to all of life through religion. We may not have stayed in religion, but it gives you a great foundation to begin from. And if you are spiritually a seeker that's truly trying to determine your own relationship with God, it'll lead you exactly where you need to go. And so most people have a fear of leaving religion or changing religions or, you know, any kind of movements or consciousness or spiritual aspects that are outside of their religion tend to be taboo. And that's, you know, that's the American way. So, you know, as the brother said, the religious aspect of even him seeing himself in this other form, right? Mm-hmm. It was first fear, like, hey, hey, the Bible didn't tell me nothing about this. You know what I'm saying? So what does this mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought that was, you know, I think that's something that I think if at some point in my life I get all the finances how I'd like them, it's something I'd like to track, you know, the experiences of spiritual people. I mean, it's all anecdotal, but the point being, this is a path, right? Mm-hmm. It's a path that we all somehow get on when we're looking for our connection to the Creator. So just thought I'd kind of mention that. So you're 16 years old, you said this happened, and I know you were pretty much raised a Christian, right?
Correct.
Right. And so most of your life you lived as a Christian. So what was the next major experience or kind of altering experience that you had?
Excuse me. Two of them. We'll start with the religious one because it'll lead into the second one.
Okay.
So once again, We'll go from 5 crawling under the pews, church growing up, people telling me, you got a calling on your life. Mm-hmm. God's got a calling on your life. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Hey, I'm a kid. I don't know what that means.
So we grew up in church.
So hold on. Why do you think they said that? What was it? Why
I never knew why anybody would look at me special. I never, like, it's just something about you. And they would say these things, but I had no idea. It didn't really never click.
Right.
Because I never looked at myself as special.
Right.
I never went in and seen anything about me.
Well, I remember you as a kid, and it was probably your smile and your energy, right?
Yeah. They always said I had a big smile.
There you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Your smile and your energy. Yeah. I would say was probably what stood out, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, I don't mean to get off track, but yeah, I was talking to well, no, it wasn't. I was actually watching a YouTube video, and there was a woman talking about kids. Her son, I think he was 7, and he was playing with a black kid. This was a white woman talking about her black kid. I mean, her white kid playing with a black kid, and them being outside in the backyard doing something or another with some toys or something. And so her son was using his imagination to say, oh man, we on the rocket ship, and you know what I'm saying, getting all off into his imagination and where they at and how the flames coming, and what I'm saying, woo woo woo. And her and the black kid, she said, she came out on the porch, and the black kid came up to her and was like trying to get her attention. She's like, what's going on? And he like, something wrong with him. Like, and what she understood from that was that the black kid had almost no access to his imagination.
Right.
And so he like, what the hell is he doing? Right. He like a little grown man already. Like, what are you talking about? The flames and you in the space, and what are you talking about, man? So, and it was a contrast for her to see that. And so kids who hold that, you see what I'm saying? And that's probably one of the things that you had that was different than a lot of kids still, the innocence of childhood, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I could see that. But so people would tell you were special. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good, because it helps me. It leads me to the right thought process. Because as that would come up, kids would always, how it is. You got a church full of white people. You got that one black kid always being picked on the team. But it was always, because I was balling in every sport they put me in. You know what I mean? It's at the top. So
right.
It was just what it was. And as that progressed, and then getting into church, and then feeling something inside, never really knowing what it was, but always feeling like, wait a minute, I got to say something here. Something, not that it's not right, but I feel like there's something I got to begin to speak. And it wasn't until I think that time that the thought process that they told me that God has a calling on your life, things slowly began to set in. Like, okay, maybe I might preach.
Okay.
Things of that nature.
Right.
And so my mental, obviously hearing that, I think began to play that out. So I would do the things that I thought I needed to do.
Religiously.
And
in the religious sense. Okay, no doubt.
Doing the week fast, no food. Only problem is I loved it and came back on the Oreos, and that was the wrong thing to do. But I went through that process and, dying out to the flesh, you know what I mean?
Right.
Giving my all to the thought process of a God that's going to come back and judge those who have done right. This is where I was at. Mm-hmm. And so I'm thinking, well, I've already got good in me. I don't want to do nobody no harm. So let me go give this word to everybody.
Right.
So at this moment now, I'm the number one soul winner in the church, G. They say the first 3 rows is saved for Adrian. And anybody that comes, and I had them things full. You feel me? I'm telling them, look, now I'm confident. Hey, yo, God said that we're going to have a whole line of people up here ready to be baptized. I see it. It's a vision, woody woo woo, and I'm going through it. You know what I mean? They got me down there trying to teach some of the youth, wanting to become a youth pastor. So I'm feeling really confident at this time.
Right. That this is your path.
That this is my path.
Right.
Then they switched pastors. I think it was a gentleman. That's the name, sorry. It was a gentleman, an older gentleman that used to pastor the church.
You
switched it up. It was at a church, ABC here in Bloomington.
Okay.
I grew up at that church.
ABC.
That's on the south side by Winslow. What's those apartments right across the street from that? Where my mom used to be in the Golden Living Center. She used to be in the Golden Living, but if you come back on the cross, there's that church back there.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you're talking about. Yeah. I've been to that church. I've been to that church.
Grew up. That's where I was under the pews.
Okay.
My whole life. So that was me.
God bless.
New pastor comes in. Love the guy.
Okay.
David Beecham. Love the guy. Him and his wife, outstanding people. Amazing. Never had anything against them.
Good.
Preaching and everything's going good. And then this is when I start beginning to go up to the pulpit now. It wasn't just behind the scenes, and look, now I'm going to the pulpit. I'm like, yo, Brother B, I got something I got to say. Good. And there was moments where, I'd get up there and wouldn't nobody say nothing. Crickets. I mean, I don't feel bad. I feel kind of like, well, damn, did I not say the right thing? I'm feeling that way at the time. And then, there would be moments where, like, the whole church is shouting. They out there chanting, playing the music. Like, I'm feeling like, like doing it.
Like, I'm on my thing.
Right. I'm feeling good, confident, ready to go.
Right.
And that continues on. And then people slowly begin to leave the church. But I got one more thing to say.
Okay.
And at this last moment, God called me to the top. He said, listen, going up there and say, I'm like, nah, because I felt like, wait a minute, is that you for real? Because I don't, are you sure? I questioned it a lot. Gave me a few signs by people saying, how you do with your brain. Give me a sign. Somebody, you know what I mean? Give me a sign.
Yeah.
Gave me a few signs. I said, well, I'm going. So I said, hey, but he's up there on the, hey, yo, you see me? You know the call. You know what I mean? So he said, come on up here. So I walk up there. And as soon as I get there, I feel two things to do. I put one hand on this side of the pulpit and one hand on this one. And as soon as I did that, my brother, I tell you no lie, I'm at the bottom of my feet. I don't know if people know what it's like to ever be possessed. This is the thought process. It's like, how would you be possessed if something comes in your body? Because you feel it. Well, I'm going to tell you how from my experience. I'm at the bottom of my feet, brother, looking up like, God, man.
Hey, you're inside of your body.
Yeah, looking up, dude. Okay, there's no blood, there's no bones. It's just an essence there. And I know it's something there, but there's no fear or nothing. Like I said, the church roof is out there, and I'm like, oh, that's a blue sky. Look at the birds.
So you could see beyond the building.
Beyond the building. There's no building there.
Say,
just blue skies.
So you grabbed the podium, and your consciousness left the church, or what happened? What do you think?
I don't know what happened, but I'm telling you, whatever essence is of me.
Yes.
You know how the Bible gives you the scripture pouring you. So what happens? It starts at your feet and fills you all the way up. So hold on, let me use this for a moment. It's what I felt like.
Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it.
And I'm like, okay, look at the birds. And they just tweeting away. It's like I'm outside. I'm outside, but I'm in this body, and I know something's going down.
Right.
Next thing you know, holy shit. I wasn't scared or nothing, but it was just like, oh, okay. And that was that. I didn't speak to nobody.
So
say nothing.
So hold on. So the view is what, you're back now?
Yes, like zoom. Like I'm back in conscious. Like whatever it was left so fast, and I filled up so fast that it was like perfect timing. No nothing. I'm telling you. Like,
and you at the podium.
I'm at the podium.
So what did you say? Did you say?
That's
did
the
you
thing.
speak?
I know something was coming from me. I'm feeling it. But I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing. But I'm feeling it coming. And I know it's coming, right? I can feel the energy. And then I'm back. And I'm looking around. I don't even really like see nobody. I'm just like, what the trip happened?
Yeah.
You know so I'm like, I don't care what y'all say. So I'm walking back down to the seat, bro. I'm sitting there thinking,
hold on. Wait. So when you got back, right? You was your leaves weak, or you felt healthy, okay?
I feel like I ended up leaving. I feel like I don't even remember being there no more.
Like you left the church. I
think I sat down and I think I was like, I can't do this. And I'm thinking I'm gone. I'm out the door, and that's it. I don't even think I think I walked because I remember the bushes being right here. Big.
So no one told you what you preached that day?
No, man. And I called back asking years later. It was like 10 years later. But I called back. I was like, because you don't know about this event. Why
you think they know though? Why do you think they know? What do you think was happening on the outside that would make them know something happened to you on the inside?
Nothing. It was the inside telling me something happened that day, and somebody knows.
Yeah, because you were saying something.
Yeah, somebody.
I wonder what you said. I'm so curious. I wish somebody had a video.
This is the kicker. I'm gonna push you further into time, and we can reel it back.
Okay.
Here recently, I was told somebody has something on recording of an event that happened with you.
With me?
Not with you, but with me. With me.
Okay.
And then it led me to the mental of being in the church, and I think they have recording at this time.
Good. I hope we can see it one day.
I ain't gonna go that will reel it back. But yes, that's my thought process. That's what I've been feeling in my spirit.
So when that happened, you knew you was something's going on.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I think that was the moment in time where more people started to leave the church and less came. But I ended up coming back. Just let the event go. It kind of just settled in my mind like it was gone. Mm-hmm. It was there consciously, but I never really thought about it again. Mm-hmm. And I come back into the church, and I don't speak much more after that. Mm-hmm. But people begin to leave. They swap another pastor, and I'm still there. Like, nah, I'm not leaving just because everybody leaving. Mm-hmm. And then something's nudging me. Okay, it's time to go. It's dead. It's time to go. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, I'm staying in the religion that I'm in. Right. You know what I mean? Woo, get my way out, so forth and so on. Well, I do some acid in my life. Crazy thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It has. I'm gonna tell you this. Acid and shrooms mm-hmm. have a thing in common.
Yeah.
And shrooms in the spiritual world are considered medicine. Mm-hmm. And so acid would also be a form of medicine. It's quite similar. So it's a spiritual tool.
Yeah. Well, I realized it. And that was the thing that originally led. That's why I went back, because that was the moment where I originally started hearing voices in my head, so to speak.
Okay.
That led me all the way to there. And the only reason I reeled back, the reason I say I tell you the whole story and then tell you the second part, the only reason I reeled back is because even after that moment, I didn't really have those thoughts, but I still to this day sometimes will look back like, am I tripping? Because you hear voices, the thoughts in your head that you hear, or I hear.
I'm here. Yeah, most of us do, but right. I'm listening. What types of thoughts? Explain.
The thoughts of good, wrong, gonna do this, gonna do that. Like an option that's presented in front of you. Mm-hmm. You see it. You hear a voice. You want to do that? You want to do that. The things they show you in the cartoons. Mm-hmm. And so that thought process led me all the way up into where I went into church, because I was just going back and forth with those voices. But it started deep, and I never heard the voices so intense before acid. But acid led me all the way up to where I'm currently sitting now.
So what happened with acid?
That is the story that is crazy to me, and I'm going to tell it to you.
It's always, acid story is always a good ass story.
I wanted to top it off and then bring you back to the acid that led it all to that.
All right.
So I'm with this girl. Oof, man, she was bad too.
Okay.
I ain't going to put her name out there, but she was nice.
Nice looking
lady. Costa Rica. The town people that know who I'm talking about. Anyways, she was with me, and anyways, she was with me. And I remember it like it was yesterday. She said, "Don't you go do that."
About the acid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Said, "Don't you go do that." Mm-hmm. Told me not to do it. And I think she left me after that. But told me don't go do that.
She was serious.
Yeah.
She's serious.
Don't do that. Shit, I'm gone. Come on, y'all.
Right.
So my mans gave it to me, popped it on my tongue, went up to the street, my homeboy house, 30 minutes or so, that motherfucker started kicking in.
Right.
So now I'm sitting here like this, just thinking. We were in a dark room with one of them old school tubes with only the bright little telelive vision coming out your eye, coming out your eyes in a dark room.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting there. And
great entrainment.
Yeah, right. We all in the room watching this movie, whatever the hell it is. Right. My man's is sitting here with his girl. My other man's, I think we had another cat in the crib or something, but my other man's is sitting here. And I'm watching, and all of a sudden, everybody's faces started looking like demonic. I said, "What the f is this?" And instantly, I'm tripping, so I get up out the room, scared as hell. I get up out the room, and I go into the living room, let me go breathe. You know what I'm saying? So immediately as I'm going out the room, I hear my homeboy and his girl get up.
Right.
And they following behind me.
Right.
And subconsciously, I hear a thought. Where it came from, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this, the thought.
Okay.
I'm going to kiss her, and you going to feel me? I don't know if I'm supposed to say what I'm supposed to do, but I'm going to kiss her, you going to finger. Okay? I'm going to kiss her, you going to finger. You heard this thought in your head. The thought clear as day, my God. Clear as day. Okay, so I got a decision to make. Yeah. You feel me? I got a decision to make. So I'm sitting on the couch. Okay, I'm sitting on the couch. My man and his girl come sit down. Ironically, she sit next to me, and he sit over there.
Wow, say this crazy, right? I know I just had this thought, like, what the hell? Right, okay.
And okay, here it go. He lean in and start kissing. And I'm like, okay, now I'm tripping. Well, little known to me, she open the leg a little bit. So I'm like, okay, now I'm really tripping. But am I gonna go down? Cause my nigga, he's trying to call me in. I feel like he calling me in, so I don't let him down. Long story short, I don't let him down. Right? So she making noise like, ugh. And he look over at me like, ugh. And we lock eyes like, no, kind of thing, like, no. But we don't say nothing. Everything is subconsciously.
Okay, so the lock eyes, the no, what's the no?
The no is like, you know where we at, outside, let's go. So I'm like, okay, bet. So we up. Whole house outside. We come.
So no, we ain't finna do this right now.
No, get up, let's go outside and bang. We banging right now for that.
Oh, fight?
We about to fight. We about to squabble out in the yard for that. Man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on you, nigga. The only thing I'm thinking is what the fuck did I just go through?
Right.
Like, did I really just hear this?
Shit, right. Okay,
right. But everything worked out, so you ain't gonna lie to me, because I know we know. Okay. But at the same time, do we?
So y'all go outside.
So we outside, and I step outside. I think I see his cousin come outside, but he walked behind me. I don't really see him. They family. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. They family.
Right.
Shit, I'm standing. But I ain't fretting nothing. I'm standing like this. Damn. Did we really just... And he over there about 20 yards away on a hill area, bank, on an embankment, across the neighbor's yard.
Right.
And he walking like he's walking around the perimeter. Like he can't get to me kind of thing is what my thinking is now. Right? That's where he at.
Right.
But I think he just going back and forth like, did he really just... did we really just... I think he contemplating.
Right, because he thought the thought to her.
Right. So I'm thinking he contemplating, but no words were ever said between anybody at this night.
Right.
Next thing I know, here come his cuz, right? He roll up on me, and he never had an idea of personal space. One of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On my shoulder, right? So I look back, ain't nothing but evil there. But I'm still just not studying nothing. My more mind is, how did we just connect? And I know we connected, or am I tripping? Right. I'm only going back before the battle of, is that true or is it not?
Right.
And that's the Satan saying, no, that didn't just happen. And God said, that just happened. That's how you communicate. You kind of thought. And it's all going through my brain at one time.
Yeah, I feel you.
Next thing you know, dead zone. He gone. His homeboy gone. I walk home. Right? I'm thinking it's over. Tripping, bro. That just, I'm waking up.
Right.
Go up to my granddaddy crib where my auntie and my uncle living at the time. High as hell, I guess. Mm-hmm. I open the door, and lo and behold, 2 more demonic things in my face. I said, oh, Lord.
What you mean? Like
the same stuff I seen on their
So
faces.
you saying your auntie and uncle got the demonic
the same
face.
thing too.
Okay, they got the demonic.
That disease they talking about now,
yeah, I know what
I seen back then.
Yeah, okay, right.
It's not what they trying to give you the cute face.
Yeah, you know, I know what it is. Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
And I say, auntie, I see demon on y'all faces. Niggas. She gone. The same night, gone. I wake up in the morning by myself.
Say she leaves the house.
Gone, dog.
Okay.
Gone. So I'm in the house by myself, tripping. So I'm like, well, look, this is it, bro. I can't take this no more. So I'm like, I'm going to take a nap, right?
So what is you thinking going on with all of the tripping? You think it's just the acid, or you think it's some spiritual aspect to it?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking internal, deep down inside, I know what it is. It's spiritual, but at the same time, I'm questioning it. Am I really seeing this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really? You know what I'm saying? So, it's time to die. One or the other. Something got to happen. This motherfucker gonna take me out. You know what I'm saying? This about to take me out. So I lay down like, God, this is it. So I gave him the most awkward position I could imagine laying down. I'm on a hard floor surface. So I lay down, right? Imagine me laying down, I turn my hair like this, and my body, I angle it like this. I'm like, it's an awkward position. Because ain't no way. You're going to have to be God in order to not let me move from this. That's awkward as hell. And I'm saying, okay, if I don't move, you're going to tell me, first thing I want to hear in the morning, and when I wake up, is, did you move? And I'm going to know that you with me. That was the sign I gave you.
So you saying, because of all of the chaos of that night, you want to be so sure about what the hell just you experienced, that I'm gonna lay my body in this weird ass spot.
Yes.
And if I stay in this spot till the morning, then that shit was real. That what you saying?
No, that I know that you got me, and I'm not finna die. I'm not finna go to hell. I'm not finna perish for everything that's going on. I'm seeing demons, and I'm in hell.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So God, I'm tripping out. Either you gonna keep me, and this shit is not gonna really be real, and it doesn't exist.
So your logic of laying in the position is to prove to yourself what?
It's for God to prove to me that He's real. Okay. That's all I need.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to clarify. Yeah, what does the position got to do with it? Right. Let's make everybody understand what the position got to do with it. Right.
Let me know you real.
Say I lay in this Out of position.
Hell yeah.
My face on the floor and my body turned. Like what is okay? Yeah.
I need to know.
So if you saying so if you still in that position in the morning, it means
that you real. And all I need is that.
Okay. Please finish.
Yeah, no, you good.
Yes,
you good. So first thing I wake up, the first thought cross my mind. Process, did you move? And instantly, of course, I started crying like, no, okay.
So you did not move?
I ain't moved, bro. I was in the position, cocked up, not sore, nothing.
So you were still in that. So you still in that position.
In that position, did you move?
So you got your answer.
I got my answer, and from that moment on, even though everything that came in around me, I knew God was with me.
Alhamdulillah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
But I walked out, beautiful day, birds chirping, perfect sun hitting my body right, you know what I'm saying?
Next day I'm in heaven.
Yeah, right?
Beautiful. Sun hitting my body right.
Glistening, you know what I'm saying? Glistening.
Go ahead.
So I start to walk past GDAC crib, I'm headed down towards the Banneker Center. I'm headed down, headed down towards the Banneker Center. Next thing I know, dark clouds, like it's about to thunderstorm, G. And I look back like, wait a minute. It's beautiful and sunny behind me. It's just what I'm seeing.
Right.
And the next thought process I had was, I'm about to send you to hell, which is to get people out. I won't lead you down there.
God bless. And so that was the beginning of your real work.
Yep. And that's what led me to doing all of that stuff and finding something speaking within me at the end of it before I got out of religion. Slowly going to another church, and then finally getting out, getting married, taking care of my mom last years of her life.
Yeah, we both did that.
Yep.
Yeah, we both did that. Salute, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No doubt, for sure. Yeah, that's a process, and it's transformative for sure, 100%. But your name, you know, when you was growing up, everybody in the community knew you as Adrian. So give us the science behind, because the names that we bear are spiritual science. I know that. So I'm always interested in finding out when someone's name is changed, what sparked it, where did it come from, what is the truth of it, what is the, you know, it's somewhat a title, right? It's a title as well as a name, you know. So yeah, I'm always curious so I'm gonna try it again. Khari Mkola. Khari Mkola. Got it. Khari Mkola. Bless. All right, please now tell us the story of how this wonderfully magical name came about, sir.
Started off as Adrian Lamont Thomas.
Okay.
And all the way up until maybe 7-8 years ago, it used to get to me. Why? Because my name, Adrian Lamont Thomas, is 666. And so the Bible telling me that's the beast man.
Right.
You feel me?
Right,
so this playing through my brain. You're on every keyboard in the world. ALT. They know about you. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I caught the ALT.
You're on every keyboard in the world. And that scared me. So I'm like, okay, you know, I keep living with it. Driving down the street one day, learning the voice of God, knowing it a little bit more, just, you know, that voice where you just talk with yourself, trying to just have commune about the day, that God voice.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just talking with that as the day goes on, and it says, I'm about to change your name. I said, what? I'm about to change your name. I said, change my name to what? Khari. I said, what the hell's a Khari? He said, Khari. I said, what is that? I mean, it don't even sound like a name that would ever exist.
You making shit up.
Yeah, like, you making shit up.
You making shit up, bro.
You making shit up. Okay. Test me. Look it up. When I'm driving, I'm thinking, okay. Texting and driving. Yeah, I did it. So I'm texting and looking it up, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Khari, okay. Can you say how you spell it? Khari. No Khari, no Ka, no Khari. I said, okay. So I looked it up. And it says, it means kingly. I said, oh, okay, I can do it with Khari. Okay, I said, you work for one.
Rocking with that.
Yeah, you work for one. I got you. What's my last name?
Yeah.
Mkola. I said, Mkola? What's an Mkola?
Mkola.
You got to pronounce it. I said, what's an Mkola?
Mkola.
I said, okay. So I did a look up. And it just started off naming.
Tasty drink? No, I'm just
yeah.
Mkola. No, I'm just
Right? Okay, cool. But I love that. No way. Anyways, Mkola. So I look it up, and it just starts naming off all of these great characteristics of a person. Love, compassion, all of that.
And you felt it.
Mm-hmm. To this day.
Yeah, people don't understand the power of compassion. People don't understand the power of compassion, and that it is it's a high byproduct of love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that is the reason we're here, right? Ultimately, right? That's my idea. I believe that each one of us is here. So when people say, "Oh, well, what is God's, will on earth," and all of that kind of stuff, I feel like I've known that for years, but it's like you said, knowing is half the battle, right? And so, in my opinion, his will on earth for every soul that enters this plane is that soul reaches its fullest potential, and that it produces from its interior core, which is the life force, which is the love of God that brought your ass here, for you to give what that is inside of you to the world. But I feel like the Matrix put all of these bullshits in our way, all of these programs, all of these tracks of thinking that lead us until we become led by the Spirit. Right? And then when we become led by the Spirit, we have to remove the bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to remove the bullshit of race, of poverty, of all of the things that they told you are barriers to your godliness. So I always love to hear these kind of stories, and I so appreciate a soul who put in the work, because I know it ain't easy, and we always stand out, and it ain't too many people willing to stand out, you know what I mean, in these times at all, which in my opinion just makes them some coward, weak ass punk motherfuckers who ain't got enough balls to be what God said be, and you sitting around shook by the idea of what another motherfucker think, whether it be a motherfucker who bullying you because you a punk, or you scared what your girl gonna say when you say, God told me this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all cowards, dog. Y'all, I'm just saying, for real. Y'all some cowards. And it bothers me to my soul. So I love the brother for saying his motherfucking name right in your face, for telling you where it come from, that he from God, that it's a source that's bringing us together. And when this shit start happening, ain't gonna be no room for y'all to say, damn, that ain't real. You gonna feel it. It's all you feel it right now. You feel it right now. So God bless. You know what I'm saying? Two gathered in his name.
Right. They're in my what?
Bro, don't tell me I done had the Holy Ghost. I done had that, what you say, I done had it run through my whole body. Like, ooh wee. Yeah, so come on, man. Yeah, my name, Sadiqullah. I was a Muslim for years, and I never changed my name because I never felt like it was up to me to change my name, to say, oh, well, I'm gonna be this, or I'm gonna say I'm that, I always felt like it'd be an OG in the community who know me and be like, oh, you display this character. This is your type of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's what you display, so this is a good name for you type shit. That's what I expected to happen, but it didn't happen that way. I'm in the shower, we both fathers, and we don't live in the house with our kids. Right. But when our kids in the house, you'll power up, right? Right? Every father who know that when all your kids in your presence, power up. You full charge. You beaming, right? All your energy there, right? And so I had just prayed, bro, and all my boys, at my house. Man, I got in the shower, bro, and I was thinking, just pondering that name. Like, I always was pondering, I've been a Muslim for years, so pondering, pondering that name. I was pondering Abdullah Sadiq, which means servant of the truth. So, yeah, that's me. That's what I was. I wasn't finna say I'm going to change my name. It was just a name I was pondering.
Right.
I'm in the shower, bro, covered in bubbles and soap and shit. I start getting this rumbling in my stomach. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this, right? Like I said, bubbles and some in the shower. What the fuck is going on? Feel my shit like an engine in my stomach, bro. And then it start growing. So I'm just trying to kind of tripping out, like, what the fuck is going on? Then from my stomach, bro, energy like come up through my fucking esophageal passage and air come out my mouth. And I'm in the shower fucking tripping. like some shit is going on. Like something is happening. Says your name is not Abdullah Siddiq. Your name is Siddiqullah. That shit happened. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's a WTF. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got out the shower. I had to call my mama. I had to tell, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, this just happened. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I had to let it out. Like, oh, shit. This just happened.
I'm glad it was you,
bro. I've had the experience of, like I said, crying like a baby, and then the homeless man coming up to me, talking about, oh, Allah sent me to you, bro. After that happened, I floated. I'm talking. I felt like I was literally not on my feet for like 3 months. Like I was just fucking floating around in awe, just stuck in awe, like. Like that's how I felt for days and months, like just like this, like what the fuck, like in the state of just being lost in wonderment, bro. Like right. you talked to me,
right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
What the fuck that mean about me? Who am I?
Right.
What does that mean?
Right.
That's why I was all like, what is my name? If I gotta have a name that somewhere wrote down, somebody know that I don't know, that please tell me my name, and then I got it, bro, and it was like, oh. So, like you said, you don't know what it means. Right. Now I gotta go research what that means. Mm-hmm. Right? I didn't know what it means. What do Siddiqullah mean? So I found that out. It said, friend of God or truth of God. So it was them two options. So I'll take either. I love them both. I love them both. You know. So, yeah, I just thought I'd share my story about the name change because. Adrian Thomas, former. Charles Thomas, former, right? So, yeah, I don't know if it's our bloodline or if it's just the time for those who are spiritually inclined and in line with God's will for these times to be waking up. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that we waking up. I'm glad to have a compadre in arms. You know what I mean? For real, in the matter of spirit, bro. Yeah, so it takes, like I said, it takes confidence, it takes balls, it takes faith, it takes belief in yourself, it takes belief in all that you've experienced as a path, right? A lot of people don't see the theme of their life. They don't see that their life has a theme, a path, and if you look at it, you can see what you're supposed to be doing. So it's like a map. If you don't look at a map, if today I dropped your ass off in another country, in a new land, and you've never been there, without a map, you wouldn't know to go left, right, forward, backwards. You don't know where to go. You have no clue of where anything is. So your life is the same way. If you don't look at where your life has brought you from to where you are, then you don't know where the fuck you're going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I so appreciate it. And, you know, I wanted to share this with the people because this is a path that most of us will eventually go through because ultimately your life is a spiritual experience. It is not this physical outside structure that you go and, you know, to work and, you know, go feed and all of that. You are the being of light, of energy, of spirit, of spark, of God, of breath, of whatever you want to call it. Great spirit, mother, father, God, whatever, Jah, Allah, any name you want to give it. You are a portion of it, birthed into this life. That's why you wake up every day. And your goal is to find out your ultimate form of expression. Okay? When you become your greatest, it helps me to be my greatest. When I walk by you, your energy emits over to me a good feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all walk by people and be like, damn, that's a motherfucker. I like that motherfucker. I ain't never seen him before. Like, walk by, walk like, damn, that's good ass energy. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. So you being your best helps me to become my best. And that's what this show is about. Us talking about our spiritual experiences, some of the hard things we went through. We'll do another interview. Mm-hmm. But I do want to ask you, because I don't want to be on here too long. We at the 40-minute, almost 50-minute mark. But anyway, is there anything that you wanted to share that I didn't get to ask you about? Hold on. Before that, because I do want you to share that. But I do want to ask you, what do you think about the times we're living in? Do you? I'ma just say it. I ain't gonna even. I'ma lay down a base idea question. I think we're living in transformative times. Some might say the end times. Some might say we're moving from one cycle to another one. What do you think about the times?
Oh goodness. I'll just say it. I think about the times for everybody to relate, but I'll make it. We'll try to soften the blow at the end. But I think we're at the time where God releases His bow of judgment.
Soften the blow. Fuck them. Time to soften the blow for you, mother. Get it right. You know what I'm saying? Soften the blow. I'm saying. I'm just running out of compassion. I love y'all, but y'all got to get this. Oh, y'all got to get this right, man. This ain't no game.
Arrow of judgment has been released across, and it arches over the land, over the earth, right? Like karma, an eye for an eye kind of thing. But as it lands, it's going to hit, and no matter what you do, it's coming in, right? But on the other side, this transfer of wealth that we're getting into, you still have hope. Why? Because God is good, right? He's good all the way until the end, until He can't be good no more. Because your thought process is what's going to create the greatness that is within you. All right? Where we're at right now is the point in time was what is greatness in you? That's what we need.
If you don't believe Neo, you can't be Neo.
Right?
Neo can't be Neo till he believe he's Neo. Real talk, just what you said. That's Neo, y'all. Y'all understand the Matrix?
Yes.
He broke it down for you right there. Yeah, you gotta believe. Yeah.
And the biggest, no, you good.
I'm sorry.
The biggest thing I believe through it is that as you can, I say, scratch religion. If you look at it this way, God would say this: His mercy, what endureth forever, right? Yes, so if His mercy is still enduring, then don't worry about what you did. Worry about what's going on inside right now that can create a greater future for where we're headed. Because greatness is coming in whether you like it or not. God is not going to allow things to slow down just before it starts to get great. Now, He's about to go ahead and burst you into something great because the bad times are back there. He wants to leave them there. He wants you looking to the future, and that future is live within you. Every bit of you, the body of Christ, the body of believers, the bodies of those who understand, that's where we're headed, and that's what's going on. But we need you to speak your truth so we all can be one and become unified.
Talk about it, sir. See, y'all see what I'm talking about? Different vessel, same message, same truth, same reality. Ultimately, we are in a time where you are supposed to be bringing your highest shine to this motherfucker.
All day, every day. You only get one.
Yeah.
Don't you wait in a scary way, but you only get one.
What are you waiting for?
Today is the day.
Who you scared of? Who punking you? Why you being punked?
Oh, I'm going to say one more thing to back something up that you said earlier. And yes, I want to back this up intentionally.
Yes, sir.
Even though we are all one, don't get it misconstrued of who we are. Mm-hmm. Okay, don't get this misconstrued. Okay, we love everybody, but at the end of the day, if shit must go down, it has to. Okay, we must rise. We're God's people. They told you in the Bible. We've shown you and shown you. It is that time for us, and nobody can stop it.
Fearless nation.
So if you want to rise with it, what they say, when they let us over the wall, okay, we got your back kind of thing. Okay, that's where we at. And that's point blank.
Hashtag fearless nation.
I just want to throw that in there.
If you know who you are, and you know why you're here, then what that brother say, activate your ass.
Please.
Get up off of it, because we are forming God's Voltron. Okay? We're bringing these pieces together. And as they come together, there will be unseen energies and powers and forces that will become undeniable. So you can keep waiting on it, or you can start activating and asking and interacting with your own spiritual self. And when we get time to link, we're going to link. And as we build, we're going to build.
And God's in fear.
God's kingdom.
In fear.
Yeah. We ain't talking about no ego. We ain't talking about no money. We ain't talking about no flexing for the gram or for the people. We talking about God's kingdom. We talking about everybody reaching their highest potential, bringing it to the world, shining this motherfucker out like a new star.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole planet. Yeah. Yeah, God's time. So, we got a little off, into the preaching
No,
mode.
you asked me what I wanted to say. I guess that's what you got, baby.
Yes. So listen to this as well. Now, yes, please share what you think. Oh yeah, is there anything that I didn't? So you got like YouTubes and channels and stuff like that. I want people, yeah. So
Okay,
share anything that I didn't mention or think about.
I'll throw that out there, and that'll be cool because that energy released, and I feel good with the rest of it.
Yeah, me and you both, brother. I felt that I'm inspired. I might hit another workout. For real, I felt that.
Finish my squats.
Yes, sir. I got charged. I swear to God, I did.
The worst thing is I ain't even on the media enough to know what my names are. I know fan base is Khari the Truth. Facebook is PTT the God, and I think it's also TikTok PTT the God, and I also got a Khari Mkola KharimMkola on TikTok as well. I'm not on that one much anymore, but yeah, bro, appreciate you, fam. I really do.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you though, PTT.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Nobody know what that means.
That was
secret
another
messages.
little secret name you'll hear about hopefully soon. But the name is Prophet Triple Threat the God is what was given to me.
Bless. So as you see, God is moving through the people, and the kingdom of heaven is in the hearts of the men and the women who are brave enough to enter the kingdom and to stand for what they believe and put their fears back to the back burner and move towards the light out of the fear. Come on, we've been doing this for generations, y'all, and it's time for us to be the curse breakers, right? The generational curse breakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was that, and I'm glad y'all were here to share this. I'm gonna be posting this, and if please like, share,
yes,
subscribe, and let's build a community that is about God's kingdom and the light, and let's move away from all of this fear and this coward weak shit that go with the matrix. I'm tired of it. Somebody got to be willing to lay it down to get us to the next side, and I'm trying to put together that family.
Mm-hmm.
So call it how you want to call it, but it's gonna be some transformations around here one way or another by God's will. All roads lead to spirit. One love.